Welcome to your Snapshot transit report. This is the Peace Dealer, and I hope you gain the utmost of quality from this report. As a Virgo rising and a master angel soul, aka Gemini moon, this July transit will see the energy of Cancer moving from 9 degrees of Cancer to 9 degrees of Leo. Moving this energy of the sun and planets revolving around said sun out of your 11th house as a Virgo rising and into your 12th. I mean, it won't technically go into your 12th. It is going to come right at the end of the 11th. But, I mean, shoot, you're a Virgo rising. So, it's going to come close enough to your 12th to count. And as a Scorpio rising, as a Sagittarius sun, rather, it will come out of your 8th. And it will go into your 9th house, making a full-on trine to your sun. Which is amazing because you're the captain of your destiny group. So you're not just any Sagittarius. You're actually the Sagittarius that sees everything, and knows what they see because you have an angel soul. So you're not one of these Sagittariuses that just make shit up. It's actually aligned in truth. We need you, Dinorah. We need you. Have no idea how much we need you. Because okay. Other than that, this is amazing because this is denoting the transcendence of where you feel you belong as a Virgo rising coming into your 12th, and the transformation of your collective and belonging as you come into the true sight and belief of the spirituality that constitutes your definition of love. What does that mean? It means that through real experience, you're going to question everything you knew and thought about love as you see clearly that what love is not at all what we're taught it is. And a lot of what's going to influence these perceptions is the transit of Venus as it comes out of its retrograde and prepares to move out of Gemini and in to Cancer. We're going to end the month of July with Venus about 23 degrees Gemini. As Venus comes closer and closer to your Gemini moon, this is going to make you keenly receptive to the lessons of truth that Venus has encouraged your heart to express, quite powerfully so, if I may say so myself. Because as a Virgo rising, the 10th house Gemini axis with the North Node that has already blessed your soul has allowed you to be well aware of not only the relationships that are changing and you are sponsoring as a Sagittarius sun, and Gemini being 7th house to your Sagittarius sun, but also how these relationships you partner with change your career direction as a Virgo rising. Because at the end of the day, you are a queen princess of perception. And I say princess because princess is a higher rank than queen. So I don't mean to say that to call you a girl or anything. Because people are like, oh, you're my princess, but it's like, no, princesses and princes are actually the shit. Okay, if kings and queens are fixed, well, prince and princesses are mutable, and mutables after fixed. So yes, you are a master of perception, and so you're going to be examining around this month how the people you are aware of in your 11th house that you have authority and karma with and over influence considerably your career direction. And this is why it's going to be very pivotal. Your views on love, are they getting in the way of what you're doing. As you can see, July 31st or July 1st, the North Node is still 29 degrees. And so your soul being unlocked by destiny is adding so much more magic from your Sagittarius energy into your soul. The only thing that would be even more magical is if you had the North Node in your sign. But you do! And so this is completing your destiny path, which happens every 10 years, and is allowing you to synthesize the truth of your soul with new meaning, so that over the next 10 years, you can tell these motherfuckers that you were right the whole time. You see, people didn't want to listen to you because you have Neptune on your sun, so you see life for what it is. And, you know, reality is stranger than fiction. And you've seen that. And you've been telling people, your Gemini moon has been whistleblowing to the world. And people wanted to act like, well, we don't really see it. We can't really trust it. And you just gave them the most eternal eye roll for being so fake. And so now the North Nodes are on your moon and you get to say, I told you so for the next 10 years. That's all you have to say. In fact, don't even introduce yourself to people and be like, hi, my name is Dinorah. Just be like, hi, my name is I told you so. And they're like, what? And be like, yeah, my name is I told you so because I told you so. But I just met you for the first time. I know, I still told you so. So like you need to be adamant about this. Because this is single-handedly changing the dynamic and relationship you have with not just career, but with the world. And people like to play Gemini. It doesn't matter if you're a Gemini or not. Wherever you have Gemini, it's unfortunately where people take you the least serious. Because people, with Neptune and Pisces, people don't have a regard for truth at all. They never did. But now it's just like, wow. So really keep this in mind. We're going to see Saturn retrograde back into Capricorn proper. And being in your 5th house, this is definitely going to help you reevaluate all the lessons of Capricorn as a Sagittarius sun. Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter are the focal point of the lessons we're going through. So in everyone's chart, we got to look at Capricorn. You have a Saturn opposition. You're completing your Saturn return. The integrity you have of emotions as it applies to the collective and how you transform your relationships with people you can trust who have integrity over their sincere emotions or not is translating into your ability to, you know, effectively harness this practically in Earth sign Capricorn for you to actually create structures for people who you consider friends to actually harness their own talents. You're doing a lot for a lot of people, and I don't know if you're getting enough credit for it, but this is why you need to say, hi, my name is I told you so. Because I told you motherfuckers 10 years ago, and you try to treat me like I was crazy. Well, look at me now. Okay, so with all this 5th house energy, it's not only opening up self-employment, it's not only mastering the sense of creativity that you have been working on for 30 plus years, but it is now getting ready to utilize your talents and your relationship with children even in a way that's not only going to set you for the remainder of your Saturn cycle, coming back to your Saturn return, but also prepare you as a Sagittarius sun to manifest the big bucks. Because as a Sag sun, see, as a Virgo rising, it's in your 5th, but as a Sag sun, it's in your 2nd. And so think Jay-Z in Tidal and how he's a billionaire. This is allowing you to make so much more money than ever possible. And as a Virgo rising, to do it based on what you love. When Saturn transited my 5th house in Libra, I started to take my music career more seriously because Saturn in the 5th reminds you of what you love. But this isn't your first rodeo. You're a master, okay? In fact, you're an ascension artist. You're a true creator goddess, okay? Which is why there should be no debate with what you say. And this is why you need to just introduce yourself to people with, hi, my name is I told you so, okay? But it is what it is. Jupiter in your 7th house is also set to be aspected by Uranus, that's sextiling it perfectly. so close to your ninth house cusp based on the equal sign system that this is going to denote the unconventional dynamic of learning and teaching that you'll do indirectly, where people just kind of get it around you. And because this is also facilitating your Uranian opposition, this is also coinciding with the completion of certain supernatural abilities that used to take time to master, but now happen instantly. You know what's not a coincidence? Venus, that's opposite your Venus right now. And as it goes over the north node transiting and your south node natally, this is going to have you complete lessons in love that, how do I say, only remind you of the fact that you were right the whole time because you told these motherfuckers so the whole time. And it's just really a shame that people just projected insecurity on you because you never failed to tell them the uncomfortable truths that they may not have wanted to accept. Well, guess what? Victory is yours, Dinorah. And outside of that, I hope I said that right. Dinorah. I don't want to mess that up. But what's very, very important is that as you come into this Chiron return, it is in your 8th. And this is all about expressing what's passionate to you, whether it feels uncomfortable to others or not. Because you're so authentic that, real people will mess with you, will like you. Mess with you as in fuck with you as in like you. Fake people will just feel uncomfortable. And that's that Chiron square Saturn, where based on how people react to your authenticity, you can instantly tell who's real or not. And this isn't really up for debate. Like, you don't want to doubt yourself because some people might seem cool, but these telltale signs tell everything. Pluto has squared your Pluto for the first time. And now that it's broken through in Capricorn, you will never face certain inhibitions ever again. We want to look at how Chiron is opposite your Pluto. This can be painful, but only if you allow projections on your self-esteem to highlight others' insecurities instead of really, taking into account how much you've grown. So outside of that, July in a nutshell is going to really make you keenly aware of who in your collective honors what you're building in your 5th house and the value you're creating, so that once this releases in the 12th, you can let go of any unconscious habits that get in the way of being you. And then this resets again in Virgo, and you manifest career goals as a Sag Sun that identify with your personality, as well as just, make a killing. Because like I will always say, you already told these people so 10 years ago. And you will continue to tell them what it is because I told you so. Not me, but you told them so. Okay. I really do want to emphasize that. Like this whole nodal return is you coming into a realization of, wow, I was not only right the whole time, but you have Neptune in your 7th. So other people's 7th house had to deceive you just so your truth could be false. But the truth is the truth. So literally, you better just please get used to saying, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. But I don't even know you. I met you for the first time. I still told you so. Because as a master of magic, you're not limited to your physical vessel. You're everywhere, my friend. And you express yourself through different physical vessels. You a creator goddess. You're not just human. And I hope you enjoyed this report. You stay blessed as always. Peace.